Hello all, good morning. And yesterday we have learned how to create our own Create React application with a Webpack. Okay. Now today we are going to enter into the fundamentals of React actually. Okay, core concepts of React like props, state, and building components, state components, run conditional rendering, and the custom hooks, custom hooks, everything, lifecycle methods, everything. So let's start. So here I will show you one small video just before going to enter into the topic. Hope you will love it. So can anyone guess who is he? Who are watching this video in the just you can guess and just give me in the comments who is he and which movie is this? Varun, just guess who is he? Well, you 30.
Kamal Hassan, sir.
Okay, super fantastic. Which movie?
I don't know, sir.
Yeah, already there now. Vikram.
Ach,
So, okay, so far we have done a lot of background work. We have learned some fundamentals, NPM, JS and Node.js, and a little bit about Webpack, little bit about Babel, little bit about JSX, and now everything is ready. So fundamentals are done, like background work is done. Now we are going to enter into the actual React.js. So definitely there will be a problem. It's very difficult to wake up at 5:30 in the morning, and it's very difficult to do a practice. But if you know the importance of learning React.js, if you know importance of these technologies in your career, definitely those are not going to be the problems. So now let's see. Someone is saying a lot of problems are there, but what Kamal Hassan will say?
మొత్తానికి సరుకు దొరికితే ఇలాంటి సమయంలో వీరులంతా తరచుగా చెప్పే మాట ఏంటో తెలుసా? పద చూసుకుందాం.
I think I just played like Telugu dialogue. So what is saying like normally the heroes or the brave people will say that always they are ready for taking the challenges and they are ready to learn. Okay, I hope my students also have the courage and they can overcome the problem. Of course, these are the simple things. Okay, you are learning for your future, your career, and I'm saying this is the so far whatever you have learned, that is the background work only. Today we are going to enter into the actual React components. Okay, now tell me, are you ready? Ready? Who are watching this video in the YouTube, just ping me in the comment section that we are ready to learn React.js completely in detail. Like that. Yeah, ping me or just tell me so that we can
yes.
get into the React.js. Okay. No, I didn't hear your voice. It's like unmute and tell me, no problem for a second. Unmute and tell me. I need to see your energies.
Yes, sir. We are
We are
ready, sir.
Okay, thank you. So now let's start learning React.js. Okay. Okay. Yesterday we have learned how to create a React app with the help of Webpack, but still for that is for learning purpose how to do a configuration, and we need to do more configuration to make it the perfect application. So already React team came up with the create React app, even though they are not suggesting to go with a create react app for building the application, and they are suggesting to go with the frameworks. But as a student we are in a learning stage, so we should go through the fundamentals of React.js, and we can use create react app for learning purpose. And later once we are good in all the concepts, then we can go for a framework. So now, yeah, I'm just going with a legacy documentation itself for a few days. Then we can jump into the new documentation. So we have some good things there. Okay, React, JS. So now I'm going to create again the application. Still, it will go that React, JS documentation. Go for legacy documentation. Okay. So I'm just starting from the like if someone started watching, learning React.js from this video, at least they should be able to understand that only. So just go to the create your React app. You should have installed the Node.js. I hope everyone done that. Otherwise, it doesn't work. So now I'm going to create another application. It doesn't take more than 2 or 3 minutes. Don't worry. So now, so already my projects is there. Okay, already I have created that one with the with React. Okay, so what you need to do, if you want to create, just go and execute this command in the command prompt. This will be the project. You can give any name to your project and change directory to your project folder and npm start. That's enough. So I hope you can do that simply, because already I have explained in the last video or before video. Just go and watch that one. Just create the application properly. So now already we have an application, that's why I'm not going to create again. So this is my Amazon app. So this is for the playground. So I'm going to teach you everything with this the project and original Amazon project. We can create we can create another application uh, for Amazon. Okay, don't worry. This is playground. So whatever we want to learn, we can learn here, do practice here, then we can jump into the projects. So if you see already, I think everyone who are following this video from the series from the beginning, hopefully you are aware of all these files. Okay, so package.json, this is the first file you can create. Suppose if you want to build application from the scratch, and it will hold the dependencies and dev dependencies information and some other stuff, important information, that versioning and the name of the project, all these things. Package log.json, definitely I'm going to create a separate video because we need to touch a lot of important points. So this simply, like, this is also a very important file for a project. So we should not forget to commit this to a GitHub. Okay, you should not ignore this one. So git ignore, because the node modules and all these things, build, production build, these are not important for us to push into the GitHub repository. That's why, because node modules are heavy, even though other files are not heavy, but these are the local files and these are not required for the production. That's why we don't need to commit in the GitHub. So where is our project? Where is our index.html file? This is the index.html. This is the important file for us. So understand carefully. I will just explain 2-3 minutes and then jump into the topics. So first, whatever whatever the project is there, single page application, we should have one HTML file and we should have one JavaScript file. That's it. So if you want to build a small application, so if you have an index.html, index.js, and you can just refer the CDN links and you can build your own small application. But here with React.js structure, so we are going to split. We are going to create lots of components. That's why we are just following on a simple structure. That's going to be very helpful. So index.html file and the reference, because the index.html file, okay, just let me open the index.html file. Where is the okay, so if you see here, you don't see any reference. Suppose any reference to index dot, you don't have any. So just before the body of the tag, okay, normally if you want to give a reference to any JavaScript file, we are following this, right, script and source, and we are giving the path. But this is done by, okay, who is going to take care of this? Okay, webpack, because once you do npm run build, automatically the reference of this like the files will go to this build folder and JavaScript file. So if you see index.html file is there, and definitely you will get the reference to that JavaScript file from the webpack. So definitely this file reference will be available in index.html. So that is also done. Already we have learned yesterday only, but I'm just revising for you. So on here another file is very important for us, that is app.js. Okay, don't try to do any changes in the index.js and index.html for now. Okay, I will explain clearly in which situation you can change the things. Okay, right now we are at the beginning level, so don't touch index.html and index.js until unless you are aware of what you are doing. Okay, So now the whole thing, the whole application we are going to build with the help of app.js. Okay. And we have imported app.js into index.js, and index.js file has a reference in index.html file. Once you run the application or once you build the application, the webpack will take care. Already we have learned all these things yesterday. So here the connection is the index.js file index.html hold the reference of index.js through that the main dot some number.js in the bundle. So and app.js will be part just we can import that app.js into index.js. Okay, this is our the first component. Okay, don't try to delete this one also, just use the same structure and now you can build your own application here. Okay, these three files are very very important for us: index.html, index.js, and app.js. Let's see. So here in this, so if you want to build application, we need a node package because we are depending on a lot of packages which are there in npm.js. That's why we have node modules. That's why we have package.json, package.json. README is just for reference of what you are doing, what you are building the application. You can just maintain the documentation, or you can give some instruction to the devs who are suppose who will join your project. They should understand what you are building, right? So that just give some instructions and just prepare some documentation. Okay, this is the importance of readme file. Okay, and remaining things are just images and logos. If you're not interested to use these things, you can delete those things. And right now you don't need to worry about the manifest.json and robot.txt or something like there's a those files only, right now those are not that much important for us. And just go to the source folder. Here we are building our components. So here also app.js, so you can simply understand what is app.css, because the css which is related to app.js we are going to place in app.css. And the app.test.js, okay, this is very very important. So in software development we are going to test our application before giving it to the testing team. Okay, we are going to write unit test and all those things. Of course we are going to I'm going to explain, I'm going to teach you everything about testing also. And just and react testing library we are going to learn along with learning react.js. Okay, and header.js just we have created yesterday. Index.css is again css for index.js if you want to add any css in this. So and logo, just image, you don't need to worry about that. This report web vitals and setup test.ts we can discuss about these things later. Right now don't delete these things, but because if these logos are not important for you, you can delete it. So even let me delete that header.js because we can start from the beginning. So just move the bin. And what is there in the app.js? Okay, yesterday we have some other content here, but I just removed and I just added header.js. So let me start from the beginning. Okay, let's build something from the scratch. Okay, you can see a lot of things here that you can remove unnecessary things, and you can remove everything in app.js also. You can give simple div, okay, but because we are starting from zero our application. Okay, so this is let me run the application so you can't see anything in the application. In pm start. So the thing is, yes, we have learned how to configure everything with the help of webpack. Still a lot of things are there, a lot of improvements we need to do. So it's better to go with a create react app, because simultaneously we can learn more about the configuring all the things with the webpack and babel and all other stuff. So right now nothing is there. So here, so every time whenever you are working with the react, you should visualize these things in your mind. You should know what is happening in the background. So this is, suppose if this is the HTML file. Once you give a HTML file to the browser, it will create a DOM, right? Observe carefully. And so in initial days, please draw it on a paper with the help of pencil and something. Okay, this is the head, and this is a no, sorry, this is the HTML head and body. In that we have a simple div. So this is the root div in the original DOM. Just let me draw it properly. So this is where you should visualize all these things. HTML. Yes, and this is the head part, and this is the body part, and at the same time here our the div that is a root. That is so now we are going to build application. Our application. This is the app. This is the first component for us. App.js. So here this is app. So you can create n number of children, and you can create your own big family of the components, and you can, with the help of React, you can create it, and with the help of React DOM.react. So already we have learned, okay, React DOM.render. With the help of that, if you give this app file, okay, what it will do, it will take care and it will attach this, the React application, whatever you have created the DOM with the React. So this is going to be attached to, this is going to be attached to the original DOM. This is you should have in your mind. So right now we have created app.js file, and in that app.js file nothing is there. So that means nothing is there, and it just attached this one to here, the plain app.js file. We don't have anything in that. So in between we learn like how virtual DOM will work and all those things. We can enter into those topics again. First, we should focus on creating simple components, and we should understand what is a props and what is a state, and then we can go and learn deeper like how virtual DOM is taking care of all these states and props and all these things. So fine, this is app. So right now we are able to see this one, nothing is there. So even if you just do a right click and inspect and just go to the elements and just go to the body, so you have only one div. Okay, you can see only one div here, one div here. Instead of that, okay, plain div, nothing is there, nothing is there. So if you see, if you just add anything here, it is going to reflect. So just I'm like writing h1 tag and just writing just a beginning. Okay, whatever the spelling is. Okay, just a beginning. So what will happen? So automatically, so it will render with the new content. Now you should understand, okay, you should visualize. Okay, every time it's not possible for me to draw each and everything, so you should visualize that. Okay, we have in a app component, we have a div, inside we have a header. Okay, inside we have a header, right? We have a header, and React DOM.render is going to render everything again. So it is okay, it is going to update whatever the changes. Okay, so, but for now, just visualize that. So it is going to create, like it is going to attach everything. So normally what it will do, it will update the necessary things only. But understanding purpose, just go and start. Okay, we have a H1 tag. So in a original DOM, like that, it's happened. So now we can focus on creating a components. Just we are going to focus on creating our components and just build our component tree, and let's start the project. Okay, now just give me one more time the confirmation that okay, ready to create components and focus on like adding some beautiful CSS, and let's build Amazon. So let's go and open Amazon. This is easiest for me to explain, that's why I'm just taking, but later we can build Netflix or YouTube, these kind of things with the help of the React.js and all these things. But yeah, once you understand the biggest e-commerce application, then definitely you can learn remaining things easily. Yeah, just ping me one more time. Yes, are you ready to create components and add some beautiful CSS, and just let's see the things how this React is going to be draw everything on a web page properly. Okay, I hope everyone is ready, and who are watching this video, okay, please click on like button because this information is really valuable. So this information should reach many students. For that, I'm asking you, just click on a like button on a YouTube channel. So if you don't like our videos, if you don't If you're not interested to watch our videos, don't click on like button. Okay, if you are learning something from our videos, if you feel that this information is helpful for other people also, then click on like button. Okay, so from today onwards we should spread the information to other people as well. Okay, fine. Hope you are ready now. So now we can start creating application. So fine. So our goal is to build Amazon. So build Amazon. So here, just observe carefully. You should understand the e-commerce, the fundamentals. You can go and learn something through the documentation or some videos like what is the architecture. Most of the people are falling for the e-commerce. Okay, all those things. So here we have the beautiful header is there, and observe carefully. How many sections are there? One, two, the search bar three, and this is four, and this is five, this is six, this is seven. So total, we can split this header into seven parts. Okay, we can split this header itself into seven parts. And in the big in the home page, we have a header, we have a navigation bar, we have a main body, and we have a footer, right? So first, okay, let's visualize like this. Okay, how our application should, how we can build. So here I'm just drawing the app. So whatever we are going to build with the React, so this is the root component, that is app. In this I need one header. It should occupy at least 10% of the height, or 15% of the height of the application. And then I need so navigation bar. Some navigation bar is there. If you want to add it to the part of header or the body, that doesn't matter. So just imagine, just we have a navigation bar here, and we have a main content here. Okay, and we have a footer. Later we can adjust few things. That doesn't matter. So that means we have these things. And again, the header have seven sections. One, two, and some search bar, it requires more space horizontally. Three and four and five and six. Okay, and seven. So from the beginning itself, okay, from the beginning itself, you should understand how to build the projects, so that it's going to be very easy once you got the job, and once you can easily sync with your the dev team, and you can start building the application. So fine. So here you can give some names based on the what we are. So here this is a logo, and this is address details, this is a search bar, this is like the location details kind of thing. Here user account details, here orders details, this is the cart. So just imagine, and you can just draw and just give some beautiful names to for your components. So let's start. So okay, without creating anything, we are just talking too much about all of this. Okay, just remove this one. This is not required for me. So first, the basic architecture. Okay, we need the header, navigation bar, and main and footer. So so we should create those components first. So for that, so if you add everything into this source folder, it's going to be messy. So that I'm doing in the source folder, I'm just creating another folder, subfolder called components. So here we can create all the components, and we can import into the app.js, and we can arrange them in a proper order. That is fine. So for now, so how many things are required? We need four things. Okay. Here we can go with the two approaches. First, I will explain one approach, and once you understand that, I will explain another one also. Suppose if you see the components is there, so directly you can go and create the header.js. Header.js, and always you should start component name with a capital letter. Okay, and just create a simple function, because already we know how to create these things. Okay, simple functional component. So just it will return or a div, simple, return a div. And here you can say that just Amazon, like we are building Amazon, right? So later we can do, and export it. Okay, export the default header. So always, because we already learned that. Okay, So you can export multiple things from the same JavaScript file, but you can export only one thing as a default export. Okay, if you want to export multiple things, okay, you can use just export for them. Okay, I will show you how to handle all those things in just coming hours or something. Okay, header is there. My header is ready. So, and now what you can do, you can create your footer also. Okay, you can create your footer.js, and you can just, okay, I'm just copy pasting because to save some time only. So just go on create the footer. This is the footer. That's it. Okay. So now what you can do, you can go and import these components here, right? You can go and import these components here. That is the header from. Okay, who are watching this video? Okay, just wait for a few minutes, and you can start doing practice. I will explain both the approaches. Please do practice both the things, because few projects they will follow one standard, few projects they will follow another standard, so that we should know both the ways. Even if you have few more ways, we should learn. So what I'm talking, just wait. Components dash footer. So you can add the footer as well here. So of course we need to add so navigation bar and all those things also into this. So fine. So it will, hopefully it will work. Just see our application. Yeah, we have a header and okay, we have a header that is Amazon and footer is there. That's fine. So here, okay, this is fine. This is not a problem. This is not a wrong thing. So suppose if you want to add some CSS for footer.js, normally what we will do, we will add one file that is called header.css. That's fine. And you can add all the CSS into this particular file. And for footer also you need a CSS file, right? So what we can do, just go and create a footer.css. How to use that CSS file I will explain. So here we need to understand the folder structure, project structure. For that I'm just taking some time. So footer. And if you observe carefully, so in coming days we are going to create a test file for each and every component. So we should test each and everything what you have written in that component, whether it is working properly or not, with the testing tools like testing libraries. Okay, just and React testing library is providing that opportunity for us. So in coming days, of course, maybe it will take 2 or 3 sessions to enter into provide the introduction about the testing. So here, what you need to do, definitely we are going to create another file that's called, suppose, header dot test dot js. So if we are following the JavaScript, that's why we can go with the JS. And again footer. So again the footer dot test dot js. So if you see, we are adding all the things into one roof, so that sometimes it's very difficult for us to read. Okay, in the folder structure I'm saying here. So if you add, suppose right now only we have two components. One is a header and footer, and for each and every component we are maintaining three files. One is header.js, this is the component, and header.css, this is the CSS for that component, and header.test.css, this is the test cases. We are going to write unit tests and all the test cases, test suits into this header.test.js. Maybe once in future, if you integrate with the storybook, and there will be another file for that particular component. So if you keep on adding like this, it's going to be somewhat difficult for few developers like this approach. There is nothing wrong in that, but few developers not interested to go with this way, because it's really difficult for me to pick the files or something. So what they will do, the second approach is okay, I'm just deleting all these things, I'm going to recreate again. Okay, first of all, just let me know, you guys understood what we have done so far? Just say yes or no. Understood this folder structure, everyone?
Yes, yes, Raghu.
Okay. Now what I'm doing, so I'm just removing these things from the app.js. So I will tell you second approach. I like this approach. Okay, that we can follow. So now I'm deleting everything. So don't worry, I will recreate in. Doesn't take too much time for me to create. Select. Actually, we can drag and drop, but for as a beginner, it's better to create everything so that you will understand clearly. So who are watching this video on the YouTube, yeah, you can forward it for a minute or 30 seconds so that by the time I will delete these things. Okay, I think it's better to remove a components folder, right? I did some waste. Okay, fine. What I did remove. Okay, so now I'm just creating again components. So now we can create a separate folder for each and every component. So what I'm doing, I'm just creating a separate folder header. I just created a header and again go to the components and create the footer. Okay, and if you have a navigation bar, just create, and even if you have a main thing, so just go to the components, do properly like the main content. Otherwise, I can say the content of the footer. Like otherwise, what you can say home.js. Okay, so this is for the home page kind of thing. So I created folders here, but how to handle this one? So if you see, still our application should be run properly. If I didn't delete any important thing, okay, it's working, it's working. So now what I'm doing, so here if you see the what is the importance of index.js means, so that is the default file for that particular folder. Okay, so whenever you're trying to read any html file or a javascript file, if you give an index, if you just name with the index, so you don't need to mention that file name again. So I will show you here. So here the header is there, right? So what I'm doing, so just create a component with index.js. So whenever you reach this header folder, this is the default file. Automatically it will return this file for you. So now you can do the function header. Okay, the file name is index.js. It is referring to that folder, so it will manage. So this is the index.js is the default file. Whenever you reach this header folder, automatically it will refer this index.js file. So hope you guys understood, because from the beginning we are following this. Okay, here just yeah, we can return something again. Return so div, and this is the header. I'm just running the header, Amazon header or something. What we need to do, we need to export it. Export default the header. Export default header. That's fine. So now what you can do, if you want to add a CSS, just add the CSS file here. So whenever you are adding CSS file, don't write index.css. Okay, just give a the component name. Okay, for only JavaScript file, you should give a that index dot something. So header dot CSS, that's fine. And even if you want to add any test files here, so just go on header dot test dot JS. Okay, that is a JavaScript file. So if you see how cleaner is this, in the same way you can go and create your component like in a footer. Just go and create index.js again. So this is a default file. Every folder, the component you are going to write, that should be index.js. So now you can design your footer and okay, let's return. Okay. I'm just taking one container and I'm just adding some again h1 tag. So this is my footer. This is my footer. And export the default the footer. Okay, always the component name should be a capital. Okay, export it. That's fine. Footer is ready. In the same way, you can go and create files for, okay, footer. We need to create a CSS file, right? So here, otherwise he will feel bad. So footer.css, that's fine. And you can go and create like footer.test.js. Yes, we are going to write unit tests for each and every component. That's why definitely uh, please create test file also. Get ready. For now. So fine, yeah, we have a header and we have footer. Okay, how to import that components in app.js? Simply just go and import the header from, what is the path again? Forward slash components. And here, if you see, we have folder names. You can even by the icon itself, you can identify that these are the folders. So header. So if you see, you don't need to mention header forward slash index.js. Okay, that is also fine. That is also fine. If you see, that will also work. But you don't need to mention. You don't need to mention. So header, just see whether it is working or not. So if you see header Amazon, it's working. I mean, okay, I have given a wrong spelling. So fine. But here you don't need to mention this index.js file. Apart from that, if you want to refer app.css, header.css or any testing file or any other file in that particular folder, you should give that name. But this is the default file. So whenever you reach that header, it will automatically refers that index.js file. So now this will also work properly. So if you see, it's working. And even if you want to see the confirmation, now I'll go to, where is the header.js, and here I can write this proper spelling. So it will, it's working. So in the same way, you can import a footer as well. Import the footer from components folder and go to the footer. That's it. You don't need to mention index.js file again. So we have a the footer. That's ready. That's ready. Super. Let's see what is there. Okay, header is there and footer is there. I'm very happy. So now tell me, guys, understood? Understood or not? And which approach do you like? Either you can, without creating the folders, just create everything in a components directly, or this approach is good. Okay, I think you don't need to say now, just go and create some components and just deal with that. Definitely, because even one of my friend is there. Okay, he has explained me the advantage of not using this folder structure. You can just put everything in one folder. That doesn't matter actually. He likes that approach, and he said few advantages also. So this also, okay, everything has some advantage and some small disadvantages. Okay, right now, but you can go with any approach, whatever you like. But for us, so I'm just following this approach. Okay, you understood or not? Just tell me one more time. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, Raghu.
Okay, Varun, Sweta, Ramadevi. Okay, understood how to create a folder and how to add your files into that. Okay, are you ready to add some CSS to our component? Because CSS is always great, because we should add some colors, we should bring some beauty to our application. So are you ready to learn how to add CSS to a component? Okay, so before going to jump into that, just take a break for 3 minutes. Okay, because a lot of important things are there. It's better to take small breaks. Okay.
Raghu, actually, I'm facing one issue when I'm running the server. So, can I show that to you?
Yeah, definitely after break. Okay.
Yeah, okay, thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. Do one thing. Meanwhile, okay, just take a break. Better to go for a break,
Yeah,
and definitely we can see that.
yeah, okay.
Okay, fine, I'm back. You there?
Yes, sir.
Just share your
Yeah,
screen
me.
so that I will help you. And who are watching this video in the YouTube, if you want to check directly how to add a CSS, just please forward for a few minutes. Okay. Wasn't I can share your screen.
Yeah. Actually, I'm logging into the system through mail. So for the meeting. So can you please continue? I'll ask you Raghu, at the end of the
There.
class.
Okay,
Thank you.
fine. No problem. So now let's add some CSS to our component. Okay. Here, just understand that. Just visualize every time. Okay. So for we have created app component. Inside we have a header and we have a footer. Okay. Header and footer. And you should always check yourself, inspect how it is there in the browser itself. So here you see this is the root div came from a index.html file directly, and the remaining thing we are building with the help of React. So now here we have a two divs, one is for header and one is for footer. Okay, so whenever you draw it like with the nodes and this structure, it will be like this, and it is going to be rendered to this div once we do react.dom.render. Okay, fine. So now how to add styles to that. How to add styles. Just go to the header.js file. Okay, so here we can do inline styling, and even you can add some styles to the header.css, and you can import and you can apply. So first let's just learn how to add inline styles. So first I'm just going to add some styles for this header. Okay, just give a style is equal to, and this curly braces, and give one more curly brace because we need to give in the form of object. Okay, here. Okay, initially it will sometimes it's really tough to adjust with this syntax, but slowly you will understand, and even I will explain in detail why we are writing in this way. So here, so I want to go for a background color. So automatically VS Code will give suggest those things. Background color. Okay, so header we are giving background color as black, right? So black. So going with the black, and even you can go with any other combination, something. Another one, and the color for the text is also very important. That should be white, otherwise you can't see anything. So let's see whether it is reflecting or not. It's there. Okay, if you see, we have a header, and if you see some space is there outside that. Okay, we can control that with the help of CSS. And of course, I'm very poor in CSS. Even if I can't able to solve things, I will take help from other people. Not a deal. So fine. So this is the header, like we added a style. So observe carefully whenever you add styles with normal CSS, there will be a background, small hyphen, and color is a black. So here it is like a key value pair. Okay, so just understand that this is a JavaScript object. So we don't give spaces or something for the keys, right? This is the key. Just observe, just follow the syntax for few components later. Once you understand how to write the add CSS into a separate file, so that you will get familiar with this all these things. So I just added some background color and all these things. So let's go and add. So here header is there. So if you want to add any other styles, yeah, directly you can add style is equal to. So what we can do, we should give in the form of object. So just give an object. So let's change the font family. Just go cursive, and so hopefully just it has changed. Fantastic. In the same way, if you want to attach some style for the footer, just go and open and the index.js in the footer. Just again just add style. So we should give a object. Observe carefully. This is the object we are giving, and again I'm just giving. some background color. That is, which color we can go with? Any suggestions for footer?
Aqua.
Tell me.
Aqua.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Tell me one more time.
Black brown.
Black again.
No,
According to
sir,
you,
aqua is
aqua. Oh, you're saying aqua. Okay, fine. Let's go with aqua. Oh, that is background color and text color. What will be the text color for that combination?
pink or white.
White again. Fine, that's fine. So we can go with, you can just add some different font style or a font size for this. Like you can, so let's font family, font style. Okay, we can go with the font style here. Let's see what the difference with the font family and font size. Okay, so just go with the italic style. Okay, fantastic. So let's see those changes. So it's working. So this footer is also have some font style, and this is the style came with the font family. So in this way, you can add some CSS. Okay, now and you can control the width and height of that. So just go and just give a good height for this. So I'm just giving 100 pixels now. Oh, footer is right. Footer is 50 pixels. And, okay, height and header. We can go and give some good height for this. And you can go with 100 pixels. Okay, later we can change it. Just for now, just learning purpose. So if you see, yeah, header is there, and you can compare Amazon always. Okay, how much like this? Hardly, it's not more than 100. It's around 70 or something. Just try to, because always just try to replicate Amazon so that you will get familiar with how to do projects and designing. So it looks like same. Okay. Okay, footer and a lot of spaces and a lot of margins are there. Yeah, we can do those things later. And now, okay, this is one thing. Like you can add inline styling. Suppose, but your it's very very difficult to add inline styles every time. Okay, so what we can do, we can take help from our CSS file. So right, CSS file. Are you ready? Are you ready to learn how to add a CSS with the help of CSS or not? Just tell me. Or because already it's 6:30, shall I continue or we can stop here?
Yes, sir, continue.
Everyone. Okay, if one student is interested, I will continue, and remaining people you can watch
Continue,
the
Ravi.
video. Varun, are you okay?
Yeah, you can continue.
Fine. So now we can add some styles with the help of CSS. Here you can add CSS like how you're adding CSS in a HTML file, the kind of thing. So here just mainly go with classes. Okay, I hope you are aware of how to apply styles with the help of classes. So here I'm just giving like header container. Okay, header. Suppose header.js. Oh, it's better to give a container. You can go with any good names. Container. So what are the styles we have given? Background color are those things. Just observe carefully here. This is object. This is object, and this is we are giving into a key value pair, and that again this browser and some other tools, whether Webpack or Babel, will convert this into a normal CSS actually. So here in header.css we are going to write normal CSS. Observe carefully here. The background color. Suppose it's the same thing, we have given a black, right? Observe carefully. Observe carefully. While you are adding a background color, this is background and color. You don't have any hyphen, and C is a capital. So we are following. So if you see, I think one pop-up came. So the background hyphen color CSS property sets the background color of an element, because this is a JSX, and Babel will convert even this object into normal plain CSS actually. Okay, observe carefully. This is the actual property. If you want to apply color, background color for the any HTML element, but here we are writing the background and color with a capital letters or something. So this is the object and these are the key value pairs, and end of the day the Babel will convert all this CSS object into normal CSS. Okay, I hope you guys understood what I'm talking. Understood, Varun? Observe the difference
Yes, Raghu,
between
yes.
background color here and background color here. So please do practice. I'm saying if you don't do practice, you can't remember anything, you can't learn anything. Okay, who are watching this video, practice. Practice is most important. Whether you will follow our tutorials or other tutorials, or whether you will learn from SVGI or any other place, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Whether you are doing practice or not, that is matter. So 10, okay, if you go to any good trainer in the world's best trainer, okay, he can help you up to 20%. If you're not interested to practice, and the result will be zero. Okay, hope if you're watching these things, and definitely you will do practice for your future. So background color, so fine, the here and background color is all added, and color I'm going to add white. That's fine. Okay, and already we have given some height, right? Height for the header, and that is 70 pixels around. So, and we should learn CSS properly. What is the difference between the pixels, and sometimes we will give 100% or 20%. Sometimes we will use another different units. Okay, I'm not going to teach all these things in React.js training, but you should learn. You should learn. Okay, so fine. So here header.css is there. Right now I'm not, because already I want to take these styles from these, especially these styles from the CSS file. Okay, CSS file. So how to apply? Okay, so just go and see the application. Right now those styles are gone because I've just removed that one. So how to add those styles with the help of header.css, and the class name is container. Class name is container. So just if you see header.css, we need to import it. Simply what we need to, we need import, and here you don't need to give any name for that import one. Just give header.css. Sometimes that intelligence doesn't support you. VS Code doesn't support you.
Spelling mistake header.
Oh, very good, very good. Header header.css. Okay, and how to apply this class to the component, like the element here. So here, so normally if you want to apply the class in a CSS in a plain JavaScript, we will give a class equal to, and that class name called container, right? You
Yes.
remember? Hopefully you remember. But in,
Yes,
yeah,
but
yeah,
in React, we will use class name.
very good. So here, because there will be a conflict with, because we are going to create components with the help of classes also, class, object, all these things, right? So there is a conflict. That's why the React team came up with a different approach. So here you can go with a, just instead of saying that class, it's just give a class name. What is the class name for this? It's a container. Hopefully it should work. It is working, is working. Now you understand how to apply styles inline, and you understood how to apply styles with the help of a CSS file. With the help of CSS file. Understood, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, Ravi.
I think this is enough, because today we understand how to create a folder structure, and how to add, how to create our own component, and how to import. Okay, how to import into the app.js. Okay, this is the main component for us, and we can add some styles, because for each and every component just create test file. Also we are going to do 100% test coverage, because normally people will learn something from a YouTube channel, React.js. They will get a job with that knowledge, definitely, but once they enter into the project, okay, there are a lot of things we need to take care. One thing is GitHub, another one is like testing tools, and another big thing is everyone using TypeScript in the projects actually. So right now for learning, if you start teaching TypeScript again, if you want to become a good in TypeScript, it will take minimum 1 month. And then if you start explaining in everything with the TypeScript in React, it will take so much time to understand the fundamental. That's why many trainers are explain almost everyone is explaining everything in a JavaScript. But once you got a job, like 99% of projects they are using TypeScript. So if you don't learn TypeScript, it's really tough to do a projects. If you don't learn what is unit testing, it's very difficult to finish the task. Okay, you can finish the things which are related to React.js, but the problem is without completing unit testing, okay, it's very difficult to finish your task. That's where the engineers or software developers sitting in the office are more than 10 hours or 12 hours. That's why at least we should avoid that. So of course if you want to learn all these things, it will take time definitely. If you want to learn properly, definitely it will take time. So my approach is, so just tell me whether you want to learn just simply React.js and go and start working in the office, or you want to learn each and everything what is happening before getting a job, or in that process. Of course, definitely if in interviews also they will ask, expect suppose unit testing. If you know TypeScript, they will give a high priority for the people. So just tell me, you want to learn testing along with less learning React.js, or first learn React.js completely and then we can go with that? What is your approach?
What is the question, Raghu? I didn't get that.
Sorry,
Yeah,
can you repeat, Raghu?
what I'm saying. So right now we are learning React.js, right? Okay. If you want to build
Yes,
a project, we need to learn unit testing.
compulsory.
What are the best things for unit testing? Just
Just
uh,
JEST.
right. Yes. So we should know these fundamentals. And
Hmm.
so whether we want to learn all these things along with learning React.js, or we can learn these things separately.
No, learning with React.js is only better.
Okay, that's what.
Span.
I felt so.
But it will take time. Are you ready for that?
Yeah, we are ready.
Because that's what I'm saying. Because we need to learn properly. Okay, so don't just learn only for sake of a job. Okay, learn properly. Automatically in that journey, you will get a job actually. Okay,
Yeah.
so interviewers will expect, don't expect that you are expert in everything. So if you learn all these things properly, one thing is important. The core thing is JavaScript and React. Okay, they will test your knowledge in JavaScript and React definitely. Okay, they will give a job, but if you want to survive and if you want to become a happy developer, so you should become good in CSS and CSS frameworks and TypeScript, okay, and Jest and React testing library, and what other TypeScript also added, okay, a few other things, and especially GitHub also, Git and
Hmm.
okay. So
Ancient country.
yeah, I hope. So I think Vasanta is already working in a company, that's why she understands the importance of all this thing, right? Okay, fine. Okay, so I'm not going to teach everything in Jest. I'm not going to teach everything in React testing library. I'm not going to teach everything in TypeScript. But I will explain the important things, and I will give it to you suggest you some tutorials. But we are going to learn everything in JavaScript already. I think most of the topics, and in React also I will explain each and every topic in React along with some other important stuff as well. Okay, fine. I think that's all for today. This is enough for today. And so please complete all the things by Sunday evening. So that from Monday, because I want to explain, I want to speed up few things. So if you do practice properly, so then we can speed up. Otherwise, it will take too much time. So if you ask me the same question, Raghu, how to add styles, inline styles, can you explain me one more time? So it's going to be a time-based process. So first, uh, Practice it. Practice it. If after doing practice also, if you're not able to understand, I will explain one more time. Yeah. Do you have any questions now?
Yes, Raghu. Can I share my screen now?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
My explanation is completed, and now okay, go for it. Question and
When
answer.
you can you stop your screen sharing? It is not giving information. Yeah, thank you.
How can you help me with the TypeScript?
What, Varun?
Is
TypeScript
it?
that I have asked you.
Yeah, you have a question. You are not able to run TypeScript in your machine, right? Okay, we can fix that one as well now. Yeah. Yeah, Vasunta, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. Actually, when I'm running my project, it is unable to run that one. Can you help me in that?
Okay, okay. Have you created this with create React app, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, fine. So, showing error.
It
Okay,
is showing.
it is not npm run start, just npm start.
Sorry.
So with the Webpack, we have done with npm run start because this is much more mature configuration. So still it is giving error, no problem. What is the error? No such file or directory. Package.json. React.js new project file. Package.json.
Sorry, that's my mistake. Okay, I need to go for my app, right?
One more thing. One more. Just a minute.
Hmm.
That package.json, that file name extension is proper. Package.json
No,
is.
no. Actually, in the React.js new project, I have one more folder.
Oh, got
My
it. Got it.
icon.
Got it. Yeah. Go to that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's I didn't check. That's my mistake.
No, no,
Sorry.
not a problem. We should do mistakes. Only we can learn. Now you understand, right? You will remember
Yeah,
for it.
yeah. Now it's working. Sorry.
No problem. No sorries. Okay. So you already created header and footer. Fantastic.
Yeah, everything. Actually, I want to create a new project
Okay.
for my sake.
Okay. Good.
So I'm preparing that one.
Okay.
And
Meanwhile, like Varun, I think it will work. Uh, Varun, you can share your screen.
yeah,
We'll try for some time.
Okay, Raghu. I have already created it Amazon header and footer. I think yes.
Yeah,
I have.
yeah, you already done in last time, right?
I'll show this.
Oh, so yeah, I need to copy styles from you because this is amazing. So if you see Vasanta and Sweta, you can create separate group in the WhatsApp, and
mm,
Saturday Sunday just go and connect at least 1 hour, share your knowledge, and then that is going to be more helpful because sometimes whatever I'm teaching that is not enough. So you should do some pair programming. You can learn more.
So yeah, I'll open my TypeScript.
Yeah,
And one more thing, Raghu, I have a doubt.
yeah.
Here I have created this header, right? So why I'm getting these errors?
those are warnings.
What the errors?
It's a
You're saying that is warnings. You're saying yellow color.
Yeah, these warnings.
yes.
A warning is suppose welcome is defined but never used. So you have created a welcome component or something, but you are not utilizing that. You didn't use that anyway.
Mm,
You have commented, right? So these are the warnings. Okay, that ESLint, some other tools has integrated. So they suppose whenever you are working in a real-time project in the office in the company, so we should not push unnecessary things into the production, right? Suppose you have created a component called welcome, and you are not using that welcome anywhere in your project. So why we need to put that component into the production? That's why it is giving some warning. So if you're not using, just clean up things, kind of.
But I'm using that in app.js now here.
Where you have commented, right?
No, here I'm using header 1 and header 2.
But header 1 and header 2 it is not showing in the warnings.
Header 1 and header 2, Raghu. Here
Yes,
header 1
yes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But it is showing you
Only
in
header.
different folder, right?
So it is saying that line number 18, header is defined but not never used. You're
Hmm.
saying that header 1 and header 2. Header 1, header 2, it is not showing any warnings for that. సో నువ్వు చూసావంటే మరి హెడర్ 1 హెడర్ 2 ఎక్కడ నీకు ఎర్రర్ చూపించలేదు, వార్నింగ్ ఎక్కడ చూపించలేదు. హెడర్ అనేది కూడా డిఫరెంట్, ఇంకో కాంపోనెంట్ ఉంది హెడర్ అని కూడా.
Huh.
అది ఎక్కడ యూజ్ చేసావు?
This one I'm not using, I guess. I think.
That's why it is showing the warning. So don't worry
Okay.
about the warnings now. Don't worry about the warnings.
Okay, Raghu.
Yeah, you are not using that header anywhere. Okay, TypeScript. Yeah, TypeScript. You
I have,
followed any documentation kind of thing, or how you
I have
work on this?
followed the Hitesh Chaudhary
Okay,
video.
okay. Okay.
Depending on that, I just have created this intro.ts. He has not downloaded all these things, but I have downloaded and I have tried like this also, but it is not working. Hello?
Yeah, I'm just checking your code.
Yeah.
So we'll do one thing, Varun. Just go to the documentation of TypeScript. Uh, just go and open docs of a TypeScript, and definitely they will provide simple steps how to install TypeScript. Where is that? Installation steps.
This one only, Raghu.
Yeah, official documentation. This one only. Can you find any documentation how to install TypeScript into the project or something?
No.
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 Actually, have I done with the help of that Hitesh Chaudhary video or something?
For me, actually, TypeScript is new.
It's very tough, Raghu. TypeScript is.
No. It's easy. It's easy. One
No,
thing.
if we learn TypeScript,
Again, one more thing I have created. I'll show that thing also. I have created within local, not with a global. I have created with local. It is working fine.
Huh?
So what I did here is here I have implemented TSC TypeScript in package.json, and I have downloaded locally, and I got node modules, and in index.ts I have implemented like this.
Okay.
So I felt some difficulty here as HTML. If I directly write document.getElement by root, it's showing error. It is not taking.
Yeah, definitely we should throw an error. Yeah.
ఇది ఎలా చేయదు కదా.
TypeScript doesn't allow that.
TypeScript is not allowing, so I figured it out. I took help from someone else, and I figured it out, and I did this one. But I felt some difficulty here.
Yeah.
And here also white dot text content we need to write like that. Before you used to write white dot inner HTML, right? Inner HTML.
Okay.
So and we used to give the content here. So this text content, I was not aware of text content.
Yeah, definitely it's a learning curve. Of course, I think inner HTML should also work, but let's see why it is not working. But one thing, just do one thing. Just leave that one and just create a separate file in that root folder or something, app.js, app.ts. Just create
Separate folder or separate file?
where it is working properly.
In here only it is working.
Just where it is working, just go and create. So it's going into another folder, TypeScript app. Just create that one only. Yeah, app.ts. App.ts. Press enter and write console.log. Welcome to TypeScript. Okay, fine. Just go to the terminal and navigate to that folder and run. Uh, so you are there in that particular folder, TypeScript app, C TypeScript app. I think TypeScript underscore app or something, right?
Actually, something needs to be there, like this, I guess.
No, no, no. I'm just asking. Just run. Just change the directory to TypeScript underscore app. I will help you. I will tell you some interesting thing there. And then not run. I'm saying just change the directory. Change the directory.
Directly, I can't do Raghu. I have done like this only. TypeScript
No, no,
underscore.
no.
Acha, okay.
Underscore app. You forgot to add underscore. Just underscore app. Enter. Yeah. Right now you are in that particular folder. Now do node TSC, node TSC or npm TSC. Should convert that TSC into Java.
TSC.
TSC and you give a file name. Yeah, app.ts. Yeah. Enter. It is not working.
But previously, I used to do like this.
Do that. Whatever you are doing.
Like this, I used to do.
Okay. npm run TSC. Okay. Fine. Do that one.
Now it is coming.
It is coming. It will create app.js. Right now, go and run node app.ts in that particular folder. Yeah. Node app.js. JS. We should run JS for the output. You should give console.log. It's working now. TypeScript is working in your machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you need to do? Just you don't need to worry about index.html file and all those things. Just focus on TypeScript fundamentals. Okay, just go and play with app.ts file. Just define some variables and some functions and just understood the fundamentals like what are the basic types like a string, a number, and a boolean. After that, you can create mm, types for objects and arrays. So just play with that. Okay, you don't need to worry too much about how to add it into the HTML file. Okay, got it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just fundamentals. Okay, maybe if you're following Hitesh Chaudhary's video, just forward that configuration things already is done. Just focus on the fundamentals. Or I can suggest you one more video also. It is by the Marsh. Okay, he's also explained those things. Okay, I will suggest those things in a WhatsApp group. No, not a problem. So TypeScript is working in your machine. Not a big deal. Already it's working. So just go and play here. Okay. For now, just go to app.ts file and write let a is equal to 10. Let a equal to 10. So now if you see, you are not defining any type here, but by
Yeah.
default it is assigning some type, right?
Okay, for that we need to write dot any, right?
Yeah, colon and number.
Boolean number or any we should write, right?
So any has a different meaning. Any means it will accept anything.
Anything, huh?
Anything. So those fundamentals you should learn from tutorial. So you will understand easily. It will take some time. Okay, but suppose if you are coming from a Java developer, if you are already learned .NET or if you are already good at C and C++, TypeScript is very easy. But if JavaScript is the first programming language for you, definitely TypeScript is going to be tough for you. Okay, because the types are missing in JavaScript. That's why TypeScript came. But C, C++, Java, PHP, Python, any server-side programming language, already they are following the types from the beginning, so that if you are coming from that background, definitely TypeScript is not going to be a big problem for you. So whenever JavaScript is the first programming language for us, then definitely it will take more time to understand TypeScript. Got it, Varun?
Yeah, I got it.
But it's very simple. Okay, it's very అంటే ఏమవుతుందంటే whatever you do, it will throw error, right?
Yeah, here only it will throw error. You need not to go to
It will
console
allow
and
you
check it.
to finish the task. Suppose if I start teaching React.js with TypeScript now, we should spend minimum 20 to 30 minutes to fix the errors which TypeScript is throwing, because uh, if student is not good at TypeScript, even if I'm not good at TypeScript, it's very difficult to learn React.js along with TypeScript. That's why many people, not many, 100 out of 100, everyone will teach React in JS only, and they will suggest you to learn TypeScript and just start doing one project with the React TypeScript. Okay, but
Okay.
here I'm going to teach you first. Once you learn React.js fundamentals, then I will teach you TypeScript, and we are going to do a project with TypeScript also. Okay,
Okay.
but of course, everything will take time. Time is matter. So if you say like, oh no, I have only 2 months, I want to learn React, I want to learn TypeScript, I want to learn Node.js, I want to learn Express.js, what do you need to do? Just go and watch YouTube videos and just keep on doing practice. Hopefully you can learn things according to your speed. Okay. Any other questions we
No, no.
have? Yeah, I know 5:30 is a really difficult time, but once you are habituated to wake up by 5 o'clock, and if you are able to attend sessions at 5:30, I'm saying like you will get a lot of advantage. Okay, you should one thing you should sleep early. So if you sleep at 12 o'clock, definitely you will feel bad. Even it's very difficult to understand, even though you join the session. So you should change your lifestyles. Just go and finish everything by 9 or 10 o'clock and go to sleep and just wake up by 5 o'clock. Then you will get the best thing. So like grasping power and everything will be high in the morning time. Yeah, what's a weekend plan? Okay, I can stop the recording. Uh, please do guys do practice, 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 practice. Otherwise, nothing.